Hello and welcome, my Starfires. How you doing today? It's Chris here, and today we're talking about the 5th tier mortar. Yes, I'm not joking with you guys. This is Bloons Tower Defense 6. This is a new tower. This is the mortar. This is not hacked. This is in the game. Go update your game if you haven't seen it yet, baby. This is exciting. And what we want to talk about is the 5th tier upgrade for this guy. How good is it? Is it going to be something we want to use all the freaking time over here? It's pretty freaking good, man. So let's talk about him. Let's actually sell back and let's go back to the basics over here. If you guys haven't used the mortar at all, he is what you're used to. He is the mortar. He has the ability to set the target and you throw it down and he shoots in that spot. You can always change the target, but honestly, if you're going to micro with this guy, it's going to be a little bit difficult over here. It's not going to be something you're going to willy-nilly just be able to do, no problem. But what the nice thing is after you click the different spot, his little thing pops back up, so you can click set target again and again and again and again with no very extreme issues here. So overall, the mortar as a 0-0 tower is going to be one of your most universal best towers in the game if you're willing to micro, if you're willing to set the target and do all this ridiculous stuff the entire time. He's going to be freaking solid though, guys. So don't let that pass you up right there. I'm going to go over mostly just the top path upgrades today, and then talk about which upgrade you should probably combine this guy with, the 520 or the 502. So we've got the bigger blast right here. It's exactly what it sounds like, man. If you think about the explosions on this guy, a normal explosion is going to be about that big or so. And when you get the bigger blast, you're going to see, well, let's check it out really quick. Let's put this guy right here. You can't tell exactly because it's not all that accurate. So if we get the accuracy right here, you can see the small little explosion right there. If you got some, random red balloons coming here, let's just send out spacing of 3. Send out 999 red balloons here. So we can kind of just see what's going on with this mortar really quick. See how well he's going to be able to shoot these guys. And you can see, for the most part, we're doing a pretty good job with this guy. He's not too bad. But we are going to sort of miss a little bit here and there. But with the bigger blast, this is going to take up basically the entire area inside this little circle right here. Or this, square, or whatever the heck this is. So it's, it's helpful, man. It's helpful to get a bigger blast over here. The Balloon Buster is going to go through 2 layers now instead of just 1 layer. So instead of just red balloons here, we can go through and we can send out green balloons. We're going to send these green balloons down into, oops, I forgot to buy it. Green balloons down to reds, and then of course red balloons down to nothing. But don't forget, this sort of acts like a sniper, where if you do send out something like, rainbows, we're going to skip the zebra layer. We're just going to skip right through and go down to blacks and whites. And of course, the blacks and whites, they skip that pink layer and they're going to go right down to the yellow layer, which is pretty freaking cool if you ask me, man. I like that. So let's clear these balloons out again and let's go up to the Shell Shock. This thing is cool too, man. I'm loving the mortar right now, guys. The Shell Shock. The Shell Shock is going to make it so the balloons get stunned a little bit. So let's send out some medium fast balloons right here. We're going to do some yellow balloons right there. You can see, boom! Look at these things go, man. Look at that. Not only are we doing an extra layer on this thing, we're also stunning the balloons when they get hit. So that is a solid 3rd tier upgrade right there. And in fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through, I'm going to read all these guys before we get to the 5th tier. And then the big one. We're used to this guy. We know about the big one. Boom! Boom! There he is. Oh god, I'm low on battery. But there he is. Got a huge mungo explosion. In fact, we can kind of see how far this thing's going to go away. Can we reach the balloons from here? We can, just barely. So you can see approximately where the radius is going to be for this thing. It's going to be this entire area right here, man. Kablooey, kablooey, kablooey. Like that. It's pretty freaking big, man, for the big one. But don't forget, he also goes through multiple layers, or more layers than that. I believe it's 5 layers here, guys. Let's read about them real quick. Read about them. We got the big one here, 5 layers of balloons. So we're going through, making it a little bit bigger, then we're going through 2 layers, then we're going through 3 layers, and, shocks the balloons and, stuns them a little bit. And then for the 4th one, a devastating explosion that pops 5 layers of balloons, baby. Whoa. And then what is this biggest one gonna be? Not only just the big one, the biggest one. Smashes through 10 layers of balloon over a huge area. All right, this is pretty freaking cool here, guys. So first of all, let's show you guys the big one. In action here, we're gonna send out. Let's send some rainbows first, to kind of see how good this guy is, so we can compare. We got these guys down to blue. Actually, this is really intriguing. It seems like the closer you are to the epicenter, the more damage you're going to do. And a little bit further out, you're not going to do quite as much damage. I think it's like shockwave damage that they were talking about for that 3rd tier or whatnot. So that's freaking cool, man. I like it. You know, and then, if we send out something like, I don't know, ceramic balloons or something like that, I think we might be able to kill him. I don't know, we'll see. It's going to be, not quite good enough to take down ceramic balloons, but still, oh, we're going to stop at zebras here, it looks like. That's pretty weird. Get a lot of zebra balloons on the screen. I guess popping ceramics down to zebras is kind of like the 5 layers that you're normally going to do over here. But we get a bunch of random layers over here, which is kind of interesting. Again, not really sure if it's because of the epicenter or what's exactly happening here, but a lot of weird, random, different types of colored balloons, which is kind of unusual for a mortar that we would normally see. And then moving on, guys. All right, you guys want to see it. Now we're going to move it up. We're not even going to get rid of these stripes. We're just going to see it, the biggest one. Ba-boom. Let's see it in action right here. Is it gonna be good enough, man? Let's speed this up. It's still like not popping the ceramics, not quite at least. All right, let's start over. Let's put them back in the middle here. Let's send up some rainbows again. This time, 10 layers is gonna take rainbows down into nothing. You can't do anything with those things, man. You can't stick any of these guys through. No way. All right, so how about again? Let's try those ceramics really quick. And I know there's a lot of them coming out. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that this thing is bad in it by any means by not being able to do this, but very interesting to see that go into play right there. And it looks like we're still trying our absolute best to take them all down. Can we actually? It looks like we are with the biggest one, man. Balloons seem to be almost no problem whatsoever. All of these ceramic balloons are getting taken down. Now moving up all the way to Moab class balloons, you're going to notice with mortars, they're really not going to do that much damage. Even the biggest one over here is not going to be a Moab popping power tower. Sure, he can go do group damage, and just because he's kind of good at doing a decent amount of group damage, he can damage these Moabs. But at the same time, it's not really enough over here. So if you actually test it out, we'll do one quick Moab just to check the damage out. And I believe it's going to be 10 damage per shot right here, guys. Similar to the number of layers that we're going to do. So if we look at his pop count right here, we're going to go 34, 94. Oh, crap. What did I just do? Count 10. I meant to do 1. Gosh darn it, Chris. What are you doing over here? What are you doing? In fact, let's sell this guy back up and we'll do one more. Boom, 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 boom. And we'll check him out for one last test here against a Moab class balloon. So let's see the damage here. It's going to be 11. Interesting. Not 10. 11. So 22, 33, 44, 55. So you're going to need, a whopping 18, 19 hits to actually pop a Moab class balloon. Like, that's just not going to happen. That's not what this guy is meant to do. Now, the last thing we're going to talk about here, guys, as seeing this guy, am I impressed? Yes, I do like him. I think he's cool. Will I be building him in every single game? Probably not. To be straight with you guys, probably not. He's all right. He's good enough. He's something that we want to use, but not something that's going to be an absolute necessity for us every single game. So what are the other 2 upgrades that we should go for? We can go for fast reload and super fast reload, or increased accuracy and Bernie stuff. And obviously, it's kind of up to what you want. Personally, I think that this is just a little bit too slow of a shot for me. I'm not sure if this is going to be worth it for me, where I know that if I get faster reload and rapid reload, it's going to be boom, 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 boom. We're going to do a lot of layers of damage here. But you also got to keep in mind that his accuracy is a little bit on the low side if you do that. Where if you go for the other upgrade, you can go for the increased accuracy, so you know exactly where he's going to land every single time in that little tiny radius right there. And then you can also add some Bernie stuff in here as well. And that's going to slowly burn through the layers, but it's not going to do as much brute force explosive damage like we're used to. So, in my opinion, I think you should go for the middle path just because you know you're going to get that actual damage. You're not going to have to rely on the Bernie stuff over here to do any of the extra damage, you know? Just because look at the speed of this thing. It's obviously not going to be all that good. It's not like it's bad or anything like that, but it's definitely not going to be all that amazing. You see the Bernie stuff, it's still going to town, it's still taking off a couple layers of these blues, and that's definitely not bad. So, to each their own, whatever you feel like is best for you. And it's going to be a lot about what you combine your towers with. So, of course, I'm combining this guy with nothing right now, and this is just what he is. This is just himself. So, like I said, whatever floats your boat, man. Whatever keeps you happy over here. So that's all I'm going to have for you guys today. If you enjoyed this wonderful, wonderful mortar video, make sure you press that like button for me. I will be talking about the other mortars, the other 5th tier mortars in my next videos. I'm also going to be making a video about Gwendolyn, and holy crapola, man, we're going to be making I got a crap ton of ideas, actually. I wanted to talk to you guys about Gwendolyn's new skin. I want to talk about the 2 new maps, which I haven't shown you guys yet, are going to be absolutely delicious, man. I'm excited, man. We got Gwendolyn over here. Here's her new skin. We've got the 2 other mortars that I wanted to show you guys. We've got 2 new maps, if I'm not mistaken. We got Moon Landing on the top left over here, and There's another one. Here we go. We got Quad. And this one looks like it's a really, really interesting map. It actually reminds me of one of the BTD4 maps with all the grass and the confetti and all that other stuff. So I'm excited to show you guys all this stuff. And, of course, last but not least, after we go through all that, I'm going to show you guys the patch notes. So, yeah, that's all I got for you guys today. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to press that like button for me. Subscribe if you haven't. And, of course, have a super duper delicious day.